Hi everybody, welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn how we can create or you can say authenticate using Google in an Ionic app. Actually, I have already created a video on this, but the catch is that time I was using this plugin, CapacitorGoogleAuth, but the catch is now this plugin is no more maintained, and if you upgrade your Ionic project from to latest version, that is Capacitor 7, then this plugin doesn't work at all. Okay, so, and Google also made a lot of changes in their authentication APIs, right? So this API is not maintained at all. So we are now, we don't have any option. So even on their issue pages, they are recommending, one guy recommended to use this plugin, Social Login. All right, so that is what I will be showing in this video, how we can use that particular login. Okay, and I'll use parallelly, Firebase also for the authentication to maintain all the backend stuff, so that we need not to do those things, right? Like refreshing token and stuff like that. All right, and so it will be automatically creating a project in your Google console. All right, so let's start with this one. So you log into this Firebase and then we'll create a project. Okay, maybe I will say a demo auth app, the same you can see on this tab. I will show you. So maybe I uncheck these guys. We don't need them. Okay, uncheck this also. Okay, so meanwhile this is getting created. I'll show you. This is the app which I have created right now, and it doesn't have anything. It simply have login page and a login and log out, two buttons. And if it's able to log in using Google, then it will show you the whatever is the login response and the particular access token. All right, so this plugin, if you are using, there is a proper documentation is there. You can migrate or whatever steps I'm going to show in this video, that if you follow them, then you can you will be able to authenticate using this new plugin, Social Login. All right, so this is the document which I'll be following actually. Okay, so looks like project is created. Let's click on continue. Okay, this part is over. Let's enable authentication. So we'll go to project setting. I think it's somewhere maybe here. Yeah, authentication. Get started. Click on Google and then enable this one. Okay, so whatever steps we are doing on Firebase, it will backend, it will create a project and do the setting. Maybe refresh, I'll show you. It might have already created the demo auth app. Let's check that. You see it's created that particular project. Okay, now let me enable this one, and it normally asks email ID. I'll put that. This will create a web client so that we can use that particular ID in our application. So maybe I'll show you that also. So we already selected the project. Now you click on this API and services and you go to credentials. And you see it created the web client, nothing but this ID I will show you. Okay, so this is the ID, client ID we will be using for the Google authentication. Okay, so let me go back. One more step we need to do, since we will deploy or publish this pipeline in a Google Play Store. So that is where you need the Android project also. We need to create it. So let's create that also. I think we just enable the authentication right now. We need to create that also. So let's go back to project overview and click on this Android, and I can give the same name. I'll say com.demo.auth app. All right, this I can leave it, or I can just fill the same demo auth app. This we will fill. This is required if you are working on a local machine, and that is where you need the SHA from your local machine. But once you publish this to Google Play Store, you need to log into the Google Play console, and that is where maybe I'll show you the steps where you can copy this SHA key. All right, so let's restart this one. Okay, download this file, and it is also showing you where you have to place this file. So if you see whatever is your Android project, you have to open app, and then wherever your src folder is there, on the same level you have to put this file. So I already downloaded now. Okay, let me click on next, and simply you can say next. Okay, so we are able to set up our Android project. Now let's for authenticating on the web, let's say if you are using the same code for your, you can say, website, and same code for your Ionic app in the app actually. So that's why I am saying we need to set it for a web app also. Okay, so let's go back here, and then if you scroll, you can add one more app here, and you can click on this web app. Okay, so let's give the same name. I'll say demo auth app. All right, so we are not running this application locally, so no need to check this one. So I'll simply say register. Okay, before we copy this, I'll show you one more thing. Right now it's a plain empty application. So if I click on login, nothing happens. Okay, so now if I go back to the Firebase, it's when I selected this web app, it's giving these APIs, I mean these Firebase configuration. So let's copy this and go back to our code. So you can see this is the application which I'm running, and let's go back to the environment variables. So maybe I'll replace them, and same I can put it in a this one, so that you know, if I deploy on my any virtual simulator or something, so there we can, you know, we will be able to authenticate. All right, so I placed in the both just now. All right, now next thing, let's go back to the UI again. I'll say continue. All right, so this part is over. Now let's refresh this. Okay, so now you can see web client is there. Let's copy this ID. We will you know, configure these two also, but let's copy this ID and go to your code, and I'll show you. This is your HTML page. Not sorry, not this one. I mean, yeah, the login service I created. So there are two methods I will show you. So this is the so refresh token. This is for refresh token. Yeah, here actually. These steps are, you know, well documented in the plugin which I showed in the beginning. Maybe I'll show you again. So if you go back here, you see, if you follow all through, it's all that same step which I'm telling you in the video. Okay, so the ID which I copied, maybe I'll show you which is there. I'm scrolling too much. So yeah, it's here. You see, this is for iOS. Android also should be there somewhere. And I was telling, like, you have to copy the SSH key, so you have to log into your Google Play console, and you can take it from this SSH key. Okay, and the ID which I told you just now, see, this is the ID which we copied just now, and we are placing it, you know, as a web client, and that is what I have done it over here, if you see. All right, other than it's just a plain simple, we have to copy from there, that page. You see, this is the same code, and below also it's Google, and we need to you know, place the scope, so we can place it email and the profile. All right, and after that, what I'm doing, it will give you ID and the access token. That same I'm passing to the Firebase so that I can get the token. Though you can do many ways, I'm using Firebase, and this method comes from Firebase. So what will happen when you log into the system, if the token is valid, you can, you know, regenerate. I mean, ID token is valid, you can regenerate or refresh the token, so no need to log in again and again, and that will be very useful for the app. All right, and when you want to log out, you simply say you use the same plugin. It has other method called logout, and simply pass the provider and just simply log out. All right, and to initialize the Firebase, you have to set this line, like Firebase equal to initialize app, and then pass the Firebase variable which we have set it in the environment. All right. And one more thing I want to show you is this one. This, make sure you initialize this variable only once. I mean, like in your when you are running the application. So for example, if I go to HTML, this is the HTML where you have this login logout button, right? And where I'm just calling. But if you see the TS file, I'm saying when the entire page is loaded, right, that is where I'm initializing, so that this gets initialized only once. And this will be like when you click on the login button. Maybe I'll go back and you see login where we do Google, and it comes to this method. So you initialize this method only once, and then you log in depending on your need. All right, so we have done the configuration. Looks like let's go back and configure our UI. So I mean Google console. Let me refresh one more time. Let's see. Okay, this is there. Let's go back. Okay, so it's saying we have to where our application is running right now. Our application is running on port number 4200, and this is the URL. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to set these authentication URLs over here, so that what will happen. I mean, it knows where the request is coming from. So R is 4200. Sorry, I can just place it like that. Okay, and we have to add one more called redirect. When the pop-up is closed, when you authenticate, the token is there where it should go. So that is where you will put that also. Again, you can put this one as well as you can put this directly, and you put this also localhost. I think that is not required. These tools are enough, I believe. That's it. Let's save it. Okay, it looks like it's saved. Now let's go back to here. Why it didn't come, these two things? Okay, SSH is fine. This is web app and it's clean. Okay, here we need to put the SSH key. We will put it. Okay, before that let's check if we are able to log in now. Okay, so it's showing the login screen. Let me log in. Continue. You see we got a ID token as well as the access token. And now the catch is, let me refresh this page. You see, because we are not logging it, the user is already logged in. That's why we are able to refresh the token. And again, let me refresh again. See, the token is generated again. Now if I log out now, I refresh, nothing happens because the user is already logged out. And if you log in, you will get both the stuffs. All right, so this we are doing is web. Now what we do, we create the Android app also. Let's do that. All right, so for this we can use this command. I think add okay, it started adding all the files, and it while configuring the Firebase for the Android application, we downloaded one Google service file. So that is what we will drop here, app, and add this label. Let me copy that file and put it over here. All right, so I have added the file over here, Google service JSON. As you can see, it's the same label. All right, now one more thing we need to do. I think this is done. Let's sync this application. Meanwhile it's syncing, let me check everything is there. Yeah, one thing we missed it, I think. This is proper. It's over here. You go to main Java entities. Okay, so we need to copy the code from the their application. So that same thing is recommended by them. If you go back to this, you see this the one. So they are saying we have to modify this file. So let's copy this code. All right, so this is also loaded. Let's open Android Studio. Okay, so it's opened on. Let's trust this. All right, let it load. It normally takes some seconds or something. Okay, so once this is done, what we can do, I think we can get this key right now as such a key by the time this is getting loaded. So yeah, we can use, yeah, so using this command we can get the, there are other ways also. You can use key tool to generate your debug SH key, or you can generate your own SH key. So pretty much everything is same. So I'm using this command to get the SH key. All right, so let it load. Okay, so this is your key. Let's copy this one. Now go back to the Firebase again. For the this is the project. We'll say add fingerprints and save. And if I go back here, you see there is only one. By the time it's okay, it's saved. If I refresh now, it will create one more entry for the Android project. Okay, this is also done. Okay, one more thing we forgot to do is over here, auth consent, we have to set it for Android. Okay, it's there. Let's configure it if it's not configured properly. I'm just checking. Okay, here we have to set the email ID. Let's save it. It's proper. Yeah, this is the place I was saying. So click on this add or remove scope. So we have to select the first three: profile, email, and the open ID. All right, so let's update it. So it's done. We have to save. All right, so once this is done, we don't need to come here. It's done. It's a one-time setup. Okay, now open this Firebase. Let's build it. If it's building, let's check that. So I will log into the Pixel file which I created just now. Looks like something is wrong. Okay, that is why I was saying we forgot to change this ID, right? We have to go back to the code and let's copy this. Okay, one thing is messed up. Let's delete this folder again, because we forgot to change our application package ID. So what we'll do, let's I think it's not allowing. Let's do that, because I don't want to manually change, because it's used everywhere. So it is logged because of this. Let me close this. Okay, this is deleted. So the catch is here. So we have to update our package ID here. Okay, so package ID we can copy from Firebase. You come here, your package ID is this one, copy, let's search where all it is there. Okay, one place, right? So let's replace this one, save it. Now we have to download, create the Android project all again. And meanwhile it's downloading, I can copy the main activity file code again from here. Yeah, let's copy this. Looks like project is added. Let me check. Yeah, it's there. I will add the Google file all again. 1 second. So let's expand this src main and then java main activity. Let me refresh these two. So this is done. Let me close this and let me put the Google service file at this level. All right, so this file is I added over here. Close this, close this. Now let's sync it again. Okay, this is synced. Let's open it. Let's wait while this is getting loaded. Looks like it's loaded. Let's build it. Hopefully we should not get error this time. Let's check. Okay, so you can see there is no error. Now we are good to start the application. So I am going to install this app in a Pixel 5 emulator. So I hope it must be starting. Okay, yeah, starting up. It's booting. Hopefully it will start. Okay, so started coming. Okay, so installed. Hopefully it will launch it. Okay, so the app is started automatically. Okay, so the app is loaded as you can see, and let me click on login. Okay, so user is not there. Let me click on it. I'll agree. And you see the access token, the ID token is created. All right, so that is what. Let me close this app and I'll show you how refresh token is working. I didn't click anywhere. It should show access token automatically once the app is loaded completely. You see, the access token is automatically refreshed. Alright, so this is what I want to show in this video. That's pretty much. Thank you very much.